This video is inspired by my boy, Shafe. Death. Just recently, I asked my wife if there was anything that she was looking to do or wanting to do in that context of life. I had said many things in the past now that I realized were a mistake. Something along the lines of I buffoonishly said, I don't want to go overseas. I never want to leave the continental United States again. Mercifully, it seems like she has forgiven me that, because when I asked her that, she said, she listed a bunch of places that she wanted to see abroad. Japan, for example. Then some places where you could go ahead and get your head chopped off. Is it necessarily a bucket list per se? Yes, to a point. Makes you wonder what happens when somebody fulfills the bucket list. She had asked me in return a couple weeks later, is there anything that you'd like to see? And I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind seeing the world's largest frying pan, or at least the largest frying pan in America. The conversation was struck up. We were next to this half-ton Ford, later model F-150, and it was pulling like a ultra lightweight fifth wheel. Really cool. Had decent ground clearance on the back. It was regular cab and out-of-state plates, as you see quite a bit. But it seemed like that thing was pretty easy towing. And some of these late model Fords where they're running the turbos, and if you're not pulling too heavy, you could conceivably get a pretty efficient fuel economy. But to that, she mentioned a couple of things that we could visit domestically, such as she wanted to see the Grand Canyon. Then mentioned that's part of the reason why one of the other things that inspired her so much about really getting into optimal shape as we've been working towards. Being in Florida, I get to see a lot of retired people that go along the lines of fulfilling their so-called bucket list. The Kick the Bucket List. Starring Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. I'm able to look at it with a case of self-righteousness, in that I just wanted to have sex with a girl and drive a Mustang. Having done both, I probably should have set my sights a little bit higher. I was 27 years old, right after I bought my house, and I had that moment, like and you're old enough to know this, Shafe, and a few of you are also, that band Talking Heads line where it's like, one day you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile in a great big house. And I'm like, fuck. I didn't have much plans for after that. Good video, and hits home for me as facing certain things with myself. I've had to actually do some, and I'm not saying this as a fucking cry me a river, don't. And please don't anybody comment in regards to what I'm about to say, but things happening with my life gave me the privilege of doing the math of the amount of money in the years that I statistically have left against what I would leave behind. And it's exactly like what you point out, Shafe. not necessarily in a matter of permanence or urgency, but I think true words are spoken. I would disagree that it's what motivates someone to do something. Unless you mean, and please clarify that, and I may have missed it in the video. So the younger people now that don't, from my point of view, don't appear to have motivation, is it due to them not having a sense of that worldly existence? How it nothing seems to make sense for them because they don't have that perception of a linear life. I'm stumbling over my words here. I hope you know what I mean. If any of y'all don't, though, fuck you all.